Hello friends and welcome. Yes, it does seem amazing that time has marched on so very quickly that it's once again time for Sephora's annual spring sale. And as a matter of fact, it starts on April 11th for Rouge members, April 5th for VIB members, and April 7th for insiders. And the sale will continue through April 11th. The Sephora sale is always a wonderful time to restock on favorite items and perhaps indulge in a few products that you've been eyeing on your wish list. So today I thought it would be fun to do an informal full face of makeup using some of my very favorite Sephora products, along with a few runners-up as well. Before I jump into the makeup application, I first want to thank those of you who are back with me today and welcome any of you who may be checking out this channel for the very first time. If you feel a few decades younger on the inside, then your birth certificate indicates you've definitely come to the right place. You're also in the right place if you'd like to learn the techniques and makeup products that can help us look our spruced up best and feel put together and polished. As I heard one woman put it not so long ago, it's all too easy as the years roll by to feel like we've faded into the background, but I want to feel more vibrant. It's time to take care of me. So let's look and feel our very best in our second act and have some fun doing it. And to do that, we need techniques and products that work for us now, and those are exactly the products that we'll be looking at today. And just quickly, for those of you who might not be familiar with how the Sephora sale works, let me do a very quick recap. To be what Sephora terms a Rouge member, you need to spend $1,000 at Sephora during the past January through December calendar year. Rouge members, not surprisingly, get the biggest discount on products, 20%. VIB members are those who have spent $350 during the past calendar year and get a 15% discount. But if you haven't done either of these two things, you can still get 10% off during the sale between April 7th and 11th by simply signing up to be an insider, which is a totally free process. So it's not too late to sign up and get some nice savings. All right, let's start creating a fun look. I've already done my skin prep, my eye base, and brows, but let me share with you what products I've used. My cleanser is my absolute favorite. It's Tatcha's The Rice Wash, which is a gentle, creamy skin softening cleanser that leaves my skin feeling really wonderfully hydrated and soft. I won't be without this product and stocked up during the last Sephora sale this past fall. Twice a week I also use Tatcha's The Rice Polished Foaming Enzyme Powder, which comes in 4 different formulations depending on your skin type: classic, deep, gentle, and calming. I happen to have the deep. This type of exfoliating product is a must-use product once or twice a week to get rid of dead skin cells which make our skin look dull. It's especially important for those of us who are older to exfoliate our skin because our skin cells don't turn over quite as quickly as they once did, which means that our skin can look even duller if we don't regularly exfoliate. It's a water-activated creamy foam, which is not only great for skin dullness, but also good for uneven texture. However, if you have extremely sensitive skin or rosacea, you should definitely avoid exfoliating products. My other highly recommended skin products are from Hollywood esthetician Shawny Darden: her weightless oil-free moisturizer, her retinol reform, and her lactic acid AHA exfoliating serum. And there are a couple of really nice Shawny Darden introductory kits available, which are great values. I've talked about these Tatcha and Shawny Darden products in more detail in earlier Sephora sale videos, so I'll put a link to those 2 videos in the description box in case you'd like to learn more information on these products. But here's what the Shawny Darden products look like. I'll also put links to all the products that I'll be talking about today in the description box below. I like to alternate Shawny Darden's retinol reform and lactic acid products with a new product I've started using, which I'm really excited about. It's from Peter Thomas Roth, and it's his Even Smoother Glycolic Retinol Resurfacing Peel Pads. Oof, a mouthful. Each peel pad contains 20% glycolic acid and 1.5% retinol, and it's designed to help with dullness, uneven texture, and fine lines. You simply glide the pad over your face at night after cleansing and leave the product on your skin. The recommended use is 1 to 2 times a week at first, and you can increase the use as your skin adjusts to the product. After using this product for the very first time, I literally saw an improvement in my skin's texture the very next day. Now, just as a reminder, if you use any product that has a retinol or AHA in it, it's essential to wear sunscreen because the skin's sensitivity to the sun is increased. And one last product I'll never be without is a lip treatment from the brand Fresh. It's their Sugar Advanced Therapy Lip Treatment. As you can see, I'm right down to the nub, so this is going to be on my order list this time around. This is a clean beauty product that nourishes and moisturizes lips. It contains sea fennel extract, protective orange extract, and hydrating hyaluronic acid. In addition to making a big difference in how my lips look and feel, it has a slight scent, which I have to confess I absolutely love because I feel like I've been transported to a tropical island. So I really feel pampered whenever I use this product. Now, let's move on to the makeup products that I've already applied. I used Anastasia of Beverly Hills Brow Powder Duo in medium brown because these two shades work perfectly for me. I start out with the lightest shade and then gradually fill in with a little bit of the darker shade. And what I love about this brand's eyebrow products is the number of shades that they have. 11. So there's almost no chance of not being able to exactly match your brow color, especially because you get a lighter and a darker shade in each duo, so you can customize the shade. And the brand's descriptions of the colors are very helpful also, because they indicate if the undertone color is warm or cool. And knowing the undertone shade makes a really big difference in being able to get an exact match for your brow color. For instance, many brow colors I've tried in other brands have a warm reddish undertone, which definitely does not work with my ash brown cool brow color. So this is the Abh Brow Powder Duo, and as you can see, I'm going to need to be ordering a new one very soon. But I have had this one product for probably a year and a half, so it's very long lasting. Then to cover my white and gray brow hairs that are peeking out, I use ABH's Dip Brow Gel, also in medium brown. And this is a small mini size. The eye primer I used is also customizable because it too comes in 2 different shades. It's Makeup by Mario's Master Eye Prep and Set. I have the light version that has the 2 colors that you saw, but it also comes in duo combinations for medium and dark toned skins. Included with the 2 eye cream primers in each duo, as you probably saw, is a powder. Applying powder over the eye primer once the eye primer sets helps our eyeshadow glide over the eyes even more easily. But not applying powder results in the ability to get more color payoff from the eyeshadow. So it's really a personal choice on whether to use the powder or not. Let's now move on to eyeshadow. I have 4 eyeshadow palettes here that are very different in terms of formula and color, and I highly recommend all 4. First up is an eyeshadow palette that I waited quite a while to purchase because of the price tag. It's Natasha Denona's Biba palette, which is a 15-pan palette of neutral, mostly matte eyeshadows. The pan size is bigger than her $65 palette, so it's really not surprising that this is a more expensive palette at $129. But what makes it very special to me is that there's a wonderful range of undertones in these neutral colors, from cool to neutral to warm, and they glide on and build up very easily. And even if you don't usually wear shimmer colors, the 3 shimmers in this palette are extremely wearable. There's a beautiful light bronze color called Rustic, a champagne color which is fittingly called Monroe, and a light golden color called Shine. Let me swatch these 3 shimmers for you. Monroe is at the top, and then Shine, and then Rustic at the bottom. They're really perfect complements to the rest of the matte colors in this palette. It's also unusual to find a gray in a neutral palette, but there's a beautiful soft gray in this palette as well as a grayish brown. Another really excellent eyeshadow palette is this Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette, which is all matte. These eyeshadows have a lovely creamy feel. They're beautifully blendable and buildable, and there's very little fallout with these colors due to their creamy texture. The colors are a great combination of light, medium, and dark tones in a variety of warm, cool, and neutral colors. The next palette is one of Natasha Denona's palettes that really hasn't gotten a lot of love on YouTube, but it's really one of my favorites, and I think you'll see why when you see the color story. It's one of her smaller 15-pan $65 palettes, which she calls her Zendo palette. You'll see that there are 5 cool tone colors on one side, greens and blue greens, and then 9 light to medium to dark warm shades on the other side. 8 shades are mattes or cream to powder formulas, and 7 are shimmers. The green, blue, and peach orange colors are complementary colors and look absolutely gorgeous together on the eyes. And the third palette is, I think, the best ABH Norvina palette that's come out. It's the Volume 5 Pro Pigment palette. As you saw, there's some beautiful pinks, violets, and medium to deep purples in here, but there are also some beautiful neutrals as well. Because I'm wearing some clothing that has both green and purple in it, I think I'm going to create a look with the Zendo palette today. I'm going to start off by combining this color and the one above it. I just dipped my brush in once, and as you can see, I'm getting a lot of color payoff. And then once most of the color is deposited, I'm going to bring it up toward my brow area just for a light dusting of the color. And I'm just going to add a little bit more to create a little bit more color. Love how easily these colors glide on and blend. Because I have hooded eyes, I always need to go above the crease for the eyeshadow to actually show up. And then as with the other eye, I'm going to take it up as I have less color on my brush. Then I like to assess whether there's an even amount of color on both eyes by tilting my head back and closing my eyes slightly and just taking a look at the amount of color on each side. I think we're pretty close. Then I'm going to combine this color with the darker brown color on the top row just off to the left of it and put that in the outer corner of my eye and in the outer part of my crease. I'm just going to pat it on and then flip this brush over to get into the crease. And because I have very deep set eyes, to get all the skin, I've got to pull it up just slightly. Next, I'm going to take the color called Equilibrium and put that in the outer corner in the crease. And again, I'm just going to tap it, pat it, stamp it, a lot of different terms for this, and then make sure I get the outer part of the crease. And I think I'm going to blend it a little bit with my finger to soften the look a little bit. Then I'm going to take this lighter color called Flow and put it more toward the middle of my eye. And blend it into the darker color. And then once again, take my finger and blend it toward the outer part of the eye. Just want a nice soft transition between the colors. Then I'm going to take this lighter color and put it in toward the inner corner of my eye. I think you can see how that's brightening the inner part of my eye, and I'm going to bring it toward the center. Then I'm going to take a blending brush and just go over all of it. Then I'm taking a little bit of this color and putting it toward the center. So using this warmer color in the middle will tie together the warmer color I used in the crease. And then once again, get a blending brush so it all goes together seamlessly. A new eyeliner I love is from Makeup by Mario collection. I'm grateful to Mario's sister because Mario created this eyeliner with her in mind since she always had trouble applying eyeliner. This is a gel formula and I've never used an eyeliner that glided on this easily. I also love the fact that there's a brush on the other end, so it's easy to flip this eyeliner around and then soften the look by using the brush over the eyeliner. Mario calls the shade I'm going to use the perfect brown, and it is the perfect brown because it's a beautiful, rich, deep brown. But these eyeliners also come in super black, soft brown, deep plum, and rich blue. Mario also has a brightening eye pencil in a nude color. So let's go ahead and apply this eyeliner. And by the way, you do have to work pretty quickly if you want to smudge it because it sets pretty darn fast. I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes and apply my mascara off camera using Tarte's Lights Camera Lashes Mascara, and I'll be right back. For face primer, I'm going to apply Benefit's The Porefessional Hydrating Primer on my nose and next to my nose where I have the biggest issue with pores. And on the rest of my face, I'm using my newest face primer, Hourglass's Vanish Airbrush Primer. The Hourglass primer is formulated with microspherical powders, which blur imperfections, minimize pores, and fine lines. It also absorbs excess oil, and it's a really nice weightless and translucent gel. So I'm putting the Porefessional primer on my nose, in this part where I have the most difficulty with larger pores. Then I'm applying just a dot of the Hourglass primer in other places. This has a really nice blendable quality. It's very soft feeling and very lightweight. It almost feels like I'm putting a very lightweight moisturizer on my skin. Really love the feel of that face primer. I have two new foundations, both of which I love for different reasons. The first is a clean beauty foundation from Kosas called the Revealer Skin Improving Foundation with a mineral SPF of 25. It's a medium coverage foundation which creates a really natural looking finish. And I love it for these three reasons. First, it's a clean beauty product. Second, it contains far more ingredients that are good for the skin than most foundations, including squalane, hyaluronic acid, arnica, provitamin B5, peptides, niacinamide, and caffeine. So it plumps, firms, and hydrates. And third, it has a mineral sunscreen of 25. But the foundation I'm going to use today is my newest. It's Charlotte Tilbury's Beautiful Skin Foundation in shade 3 Cool. So I've dotted the Charlotte Tilbury foundation all over my skin, and I'm just going to blend it in. So you can see it has beautiful coverage, and I just love the brightening effect it has. This is also a medium coverage foundation that's best for dry or combination skin. It's designed to smooth, hydrate, and blur pores. But what really makes this foundation stand out for me is its brightening effect. It just makes my skin seem to come alive. My favorite concealer, which I feel gives the best coverage, is hands down Clinique's Even Better Concealer. I wear the shade Alabaster. And I'm just going to touch the areas where I need some more coverage. Age spots. And then pat it in. And as you can see, this does an amazing job of covering. And one quick tip, if you want to know how much coverage you're going to get with a concealer, simply put it on the vein on the back of your wrist. If it really covers up that blue color or that green color, depending on the color of your veins, you'll know it's really good coverage. And under my eyes, I'm going to apply the Under Eye Corrector that Smashbox took over from Becca when Becca went out of business this last September. It's their Under Eye Brightening Corrector in Fair Light. I'm just taking a Q-tip and dotting it on in the area where I have the darkest color. And then I'm just going to pat it in with my finger. It's the peachy color of this that does the correcting with the dark circles. It really cancels out the darkness. And over it, I'm going to dab just a tiny bit of a concealer that's a bit lighter than my skin tone. It's from Hourglass, and it's their Vanish Concealer in the color Creme. Again, I'm just going to dab a little bit on with a Q-tip. The dampened sponge can do a really good job, especially a little one like this under the eye area. This is a brightening, hydrating, and blurring concealer. Next, I want to add some shape and dimension to my face with contour. I've been waiting for this product to come back in stock for several months, and it's finally arrived. It's Huda Beauty's Tantour Contour Cream in Light. It also comes in fair, medium, tan, and rich, and all the colors now seem to be back in stock on Sephora's website, thankfully. I'm going to use this Tarte brush to apply it because I love the shape of this brush and how dense and soft it is. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing this brush at Sephora right now, but hopefully in the future. I'm going to stamp on the contour and then blend it out. And then I'm also going to put a little bit down here as well, just to tighten that jawline area. And a tiny bit what's left over up along the forehead. And then I'm going to blend it up and back. As you can see, this really blends out easily. And I'm going to bring it down onto my neck. Then I'm going to take my foundation brush and just go around the edges. And by the way, if you're going to apply this product over powder rather than cream, I would definitely recommend applying it with a sponge rather than with a brush. I also love Makeup by Mario's Soft Sculpt Shaping Sticks, which come in 6 colors. But unfortunately, all but the dark deep colors are currently out of stock. However, I am filming this video quite a bit ahead of the sale, so you may want to check the website to see if any of these colors have come back into stock on Sephora. Next comes blush. I love Makeup by Mario's Soft Pop Blush Sticks and RMS Beauty's Cream Blushes, especially the color Demure. Here are 2 of my favorite colors from the Makeup by Mario collection. One is Pale Petal and the other is Earthy Pink. And here are swatches so you can see what they look like. This is the Earthy Pink at the top and the Pale Petal is underneath it. And this is the RMS blush in Demure, which I absolutely love. And this is also the one that I have trouble unscrewing the top, but it's an absolutely gorgeous color. But I'm going to go ahead and use the Powder Cream Blush Duo from Patrick Ta in the color She's a Doll. Although this palette was limited edition and is no longer available, the 3 color duos in this palette are now available separately at Sephora. So these are the 3 colors. Pink, as you can see on the far left, a beautiful coral in the center, and then the deeper brownish color on the far right. The creams are at the top and the powders are below them. These are very pigmented, so I'm just going to take a tiny bit on my brush and then build it. I don't want to get too much, obviously. And I'm also using a very fluffy brush, and that helps diffuse the color. That is one beautiful color. I'm going to bring a little bit up over my brow. Then I'm taking a little bit of the cream and just dotting it over. This does seem counterintuitive. Naturally, one would think you would put the cream on first, but this is Patrick Ta's recommended application technique. And the cream is almost translucent, so it just gives a lovely bit of glow over the powder. One of my favorite highlighting products is Charlotte Tilbury's Beauty Light Wand in Spotlight. Frankly, I'm not crazy about the sponge tip applicator, but this is one gorgeous color in my highlight collection. It's a silvery champagne rose. I think the color is absolutely stunning. I love using it when I'm looking for a slightly stronger glow. Another highlighter I love, which is also a little more intense, is Rare Beauty's Liquid Luminizer, which comes in 8 different colors, ranging from champagne to soft pinks to golds, copper, and bronze. It's very pigmented and gorgeous. I have Enchant, which is a soft pink, and Mesmerize, which is a rose bronze. I'm going to swatch those for you. This is Enchant at the top, and Mesmerize is underneath it. Aren't they beautiful? Another option for a stronger glow, which is really quick and easy, and which I also love, is to spray a damp sponge with Tatcha's Luminous Dewy Skin Mist and then just pat it on where I want some extra glow. But if I want a softer glow, my go-tos are RMS Beauty's Living Luminizer, which comes in 4 colors, and Merit's Clean Beauty Highlighting Balm, which comes in 2 colors. The RMS Small Quad contains 3 of the Living Luminizers, the original color, Champagne, and Magic Luminizer, which gives the strongest glow, as well as a bronze color. But each of these highlighters, as well as another highlighter, which is a beautiful peach color, can be purchased separately. Here is the Living Luminizer Quad. As you can see, there's 1 bronzer and then 3 highlighters. I'm going to combine 2 of these Living Luminizer colors, the original color and the magic color, and then just dot them on. These are wonderfully creamy, so they blend in effortlessly. What I love about these is that they give a glow. It's not glittery, it's just a very subtle, lovely glow on the skin. My other go-to soft glow highlighter is from the brand Merit, and it's in the shade Kava, which is the lighter of the 2 shades. The other shade, called Bounce, is a gorgeous rose gold. And I always complete my makeup by tapping over my entire face with my slightly damp sponge and then applying Hourglass's amazing ambient light finishing powder, bronzer, and blush. Now, I have a palette which contains 2 of the ambient light highlighters, as well as a bronzer and 3 blushes. But the good news is that all of these products can be purchased individually in a regular size, and some of them can also be purchased in a mini size. The mini size is really a great way to try out one of these products. You won't see a dramatic difference after applying these powders, but they do an incredible job of simply providing a soft luminosity, which somehow manages to melt all of my makeup together. So I'm first going to go over everything with my damp sponge. And by the way, I have to say this is a Real Technique sponge, and I love all the different angles that it has. Basically, you could use it on any part of your face. And here's my Hourglass palette that I'm going to use. Face with the ambient light powder, the lightest one. Then I'm going to take a little bit of the blush, very softly, and a little bit of the powder bronzer. And there is one other product I just have to mention. It's not at Sephora, but I use this product all over my body every day without fail after I shower. It's Essentiel by Adele. It's her face, hands, and body moisturizer, which is an antioxidant botanical blend of essential oils and extracts. It moisturizes beautifully, and I always feel like I've given my entire body a spa treatment after using it. And in addition to the regular size, which you just saw, it also comes in a smaller size, which I like to either tuck into my purse or put in the glove compartment of our car. Thank you so much for stopping by today, and I hope you'll click that thumbs up button if you've enjoyed today's video. And I'd love to hear in the comment section below if there are any products that you're excited about purchasing during the upcoming Sephora sale. Until the next time we're together, I wish you good health and happiness and hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. Take care.